Hey there, Dave Allier with CubeBike.com, and just back from a ride, and I seem to get extra motivated after riding to review products. So today I'm going to talk about a new pair of shoes I got for 2009. It's the Shimano TR70 Triathlon shoe. As you can see, it's white and shiny, very nice. A little background first about why these shoes. I've been riding speed play pedals for about 10 years now, and during that time I've been riding these shoes, the City T1s. Now the CDs have been great. Excellent fit, done tons and tons of races in them, easy on and off. But what I learned was they're a little bit more flexible than I should be riding these days. I needed something with a really stiff sole. And so these came into my radar and looked into them more and more, and I like them. So the bottom line first in terms of weight, the CDs with T1s with speed play cleats weighed in at 13.6 ounces. That's what I weigh. I have ounces on my scale. These weighed in at 14.1 ounces with the lip cleat on the bottom and the 9-degree float. So apples to apples, it's about the same weight. These are a little bit heavier, but half an ounce isn't a whole lot. I think it's like 14 grams or something. Okay, so in terms of fit and finish, they're beautiful. They're nice. They're obviously well crafted. If you look at all the seam work and all, and the details gone into it with the meshing and so forth, it's really nice. The inside is not as smooth as I would hope for, actually. When you feel inside and feel the seams, I'm a little bit concerned about racing without socks, which I will eventually do. So I might have to use some wax or some sort of something to smooth out the seams. Overall, they feel okay, but I'm a little concerned about how they're actually going to feel on race day. So I'll have to do a couple trial rides without socks first. It has one big strap here, as you can see. And if you'll notice here on the tab, there's a couple colors there. There's actually a third color. Actually, I cut that off because in early rides I had a little too much strap and it was hitting my my chain rings, and therefore got a little bit of dirt on it. So I cut one away, and now they fit a little bit better. But once cut down, they really latch on greatly. And then there's a second strap up here in the toe box region. Now, these are the type of shoes that are custom molded. Not quite custom, but relatively speaking. I got them at Pacific Bicycles over here on 4th Street in San Francisco, and they've got all the stuff you need there to get them fit to your feet. Basically, they've got the oven, which has to be heated to, I think, just 225 degrees, not more and probably not less, to get it just right. And they've got the vacuum thing you use. So let me explain that process. The first thing you do is you take out the sole, the inner sole. Okay, and they put that in the oven for however long, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I think it was about 2 minutes. And then you place it in the shoe and stand up in the shoe and walk around for like 5 minutes. Or you don't walk around, but you actually move around a little bit, but basically stand in the sole. And once those are set, they're taken out. Then the whole shoe goes in the oven and is baked for about, saying, 2.5 minutes. I'm not sure, that might have been a little bit longer. And basically what that does is it makes the heel region up through the arch soft, relatively speaking. And after the shoe's removed, you then put the sole back in, step in it, and then they quickly put this bag thing over your foot. It's like a Ziploc bag, but only there's 2 of them. Cinch it down with Velcro, and all the while you've got this this tube that's been inserted here. So it's running up your shin at the same time, and then they suck all the air out. And it's basically like getting Ziplocked in. I mean, it's a real tight squeeze. If you can imagine taking your blood pressure and cinching down, it's probably a little tighter than that, is my impression. And it stays that way for, I guess it's about 2 minutes, same length of time, during which time you are seated. I don't think you necessarily have to stand at that point. But after that, what happens is they release it, and then the shoes are, relatively speaking, custom molded to your feet. So that was a fun process, and I worked with Jared over at Pacific Bicycles, and he did a great job from start to end. So to finish out where I'm coming from, where I'm going to with these shoes, I got the 9-degree float with the lip carbon pedals, the Keo carbons, and coming from speed play with like 15 degrees of float down to 9 degrees float has not been a problem. I've had no knee problems, no hip problems, nothing. It doesn't hurt though that when I got the shoes set up with the cleats that I actually had the laser line thing with my knees, and I got fit exactly perfectly. It turned out that my speed play were relatively well fit, and now of course these are, you know, dead on fit in terms of both angles and the 30-degree knee angle and all that. So overall, I would describe the shoe as being stiffer than the CDs, from what I can tell. My secret hope is I would go out and ride and I would just like crush the competition. Well, maybe my fitness isn't up to standards so far this season, being April. But I did notice some stronger rides on the 40-45 mile distance. My time seemed to come down just a tiny bit. Again, it's not exact science, but I do feel like it's making a little bit of difference. The bottom line in terms of what I was led to expect was, compared to my C's to these, with the much stiffer sole, was, and with a bigger platform in the pedal, that I might expect to pick up 15 or 20 watts of power. Again, it's pie in the sky estimates, but I think there's something there. There probably is a little more efficiency and a little more power to be gained using these shoes, or any similar very stiff carbon shoe. These are size 45.5. I used to ride in the C's. I'll show them to you once again just so you're clear what they look like in the CDT1. These were a 46, so I actually downsized half the size in the Shimano. What else can I tell you? I think the fabric and finish is really nice, as I've said. It's got the loop back here. I haven't used it yet in a race, but it's same with most triathlon shoes, so you can yank it on. There's a little bit of a walk pad back here in the back, so you can actually walk in them. And there's a little bit of a ridge up here in the front, so when you're toeing forward to walk, it actually walks like a normal shoe. As you can see, hopefully, very shiny, nice material. I don't want to emphasize that it's shiny and nice, but really, they do look really good. I wasn't too keen on getting a white shoe at first, and they are picking up some scuffs here and there as expected that black shoes would hide, but so be it. I'm going to live with it, just try to keep them clean once a month or so. So overall, I've been pleased with them so far. I might do a follow-up report later this year and see where I'm at after racing them, but they do feel very good, and the custom fit, it does seem to make a difference. I don't have so much movement in my feet as I used to, and I don't have any spots where I'm going to sleep or dead spots in the shoe. So yeah, I've been satisfied with them overall so far. That's about all I can tell you. This is the Shimano TR70 Triathlon shoe, and that's my review for right now. This is Dave Allier with QBike.com.